Howdy, I am Palpers, and today we are going to be doing something a little different. It's not really that different, I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys like shonen. I really don't like shonen, but I can appreciate some shonen. So today we are going to be, you know, doing what the best shonen are. I low-key clickbaited you. This is not the best shonen. This is what I think is the best shonen. I don't want y'all in the comments talking about, but where's this show? Where's this show? No, I'm literally not trying to hear none of that. This is just my opinion. And this is honestly a list that I believe that if, like, for example, if someone was searching up, like, oh, like, good shonen to watch, this is a solid list to start off on. This isn't gonna be some crazy, where's Neon Genesis Evangelion? Like, no. But that's besides the point. If you guys want to see what I personally think are the best shonen, by the way, not in order, you should stick around. We're starting off with a show that is, you know, not that loved for some reason. That people actually, like, hate, but then people love. I personally love it, but it is My Hero Academia. And My Hero Academia is honestly, I think, the pinnacle of shonen. I think it is undeniably a shonen. It does everything a shonen should do. And people honestly hate on this show, and I don't understand why. But the premise of the show is a boy born in a world with superpowers is born without superpowers, and this dude named Izuku Midoriya wants to become a hero, but he has no power, which they're called quirks in this world. And he looks up to this guy named All Might, which is the #1 hero. And, you know, with the turn of events, stuff happens, and I'm not spoiling too much, but that is the premise of My Hero, and I honestly think you should watch it. The next show I have here really isn't a shonen. I mean, it is a shonen, it's a sports shonen, and that is Haikyuu. Haikyuu is a show about volleyball, but not like girls playing volleyball, boys playing volleyball. And the show follows Hinata Shoyo, who basically is I believe he is 5'3", 5'4". I don't even remember, but he is a 5'3" orange-haired kid who wants to be a spiker in volleyball. But as you know, in volleyball, you have to be tall. But if there's one thing going for Hinata is the fact that he can jump high, and the story basically just follows his journey and him trying to be, you know, one of, you know, bringing his team to nationals. So that is the premise of Haikyuu. The next show I have on my list is actually a show that I think a lot of people can agree on, and they honestly think it's like one of the best shows of all time, even though some people just don't agree for some reason. But it is Attack on Titan. And Attack on Titan is that show that everyone's watching. Like, when season 4 came out, everyone was on that. But in essence, Attack on Titan is a show about a teenage boy named Eren Yeager who basically wants to kill all these things called Titans. And Titans are these giant humanoid creatures that go around eating people. So humanity had to lock themselves between these 3 walls, like, you know, to protect themselves from the Titans. But yeah, it just follows the story of Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, who basically are just kids growing up in this world and, you know, want to kill the Titans. That was a horrible description. I'm so sorry. Next anime I have on my list is Jujutsu Kaisen. And Jujutsu Kaisen is that show that came out last season. It also won Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year, so you know it's legit. But Jujutsu Kaisen follows Itadori, a teenage boy who basically lives in a world full of curses. And these curses are like, I don't know, like the regular humans can't see these curses, and basically he goes to a school where he exercises these curses. Not like exercise like run, like exercise. You know what I mean. But he exercises these curses, and basically he ends up I don't want to spoil the first episode, but I'm spoiling the first episode. You can skip past this, but he ends up eating the finger of the strongest curse alive, and he ends up basically, you know, like Kurama and Naruto. Yeah, now it's Itadori and freaking Sukuna. But yeah, that's what Jujutsu Kaisen is about. My descriptions are horrible, so yeah. Next on my list is Assassination Classroom. And most people call me crazy when I say Assassination Classroom is good, but I honestly think this is one of the best shonen. Assassination Classroom follows the story of Nagisa. I do not know his last name, but follows Nagisa and Class 3E. I'm pretty sure it was 3E, but Class 3E. And basically, this octopus-looking creature is threatening to blow up the planet, but he basically had an ultimatum with the government saying that, you know, I won't blow up the planet if you let me teach these kids, right? But the government's like, okay, but these kids have the right to kill you. So basically, it follows the story of Class 3E trying to kill their teacher while learning. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I would definitely recommend watching that. It's worth the watch. Highly recommend it. Next on my list is another sports anime, and is Crocodiles Basket. And Crocodiles Basket follows the story of Kuruko, who it's crazy. I can't even put this into a word. Basically, it's Dragon Ball basketball. This joint is ridiculous, but it follows Kuruko and his boy Kagami, and they literally want to defeat the Generation of Miracles. And the Generation of Miracle was this team in middle school that basically have these crazy powers and were basically undefeated. And Kuruko was actually the 6th man on this team, and he was part of the Generation of Miracles. And it just follows the story of Kagami and Kuruko basically, you know, trying to defeat the Generation of Miracles. Next show I have on my list is Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm gonna be honest, Full Metal Alchemist, like when I was watching it, I loved it. I loved every aspect of it. I've only watched the original, but Full Metal Alchemist follows the story of 2 brothers, Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric, and basically they live in a world where alchemy is a thing, where basically if I take a metal rod, I could transform it into a sword, right? If that makes sense. I could just turn it into something. So basically, their mother passes away, and they have this bright idea of bringing her back with alchemy. But it didn't work. And basically, what happened was that Edward ends up losing his arm and leg, and Alphonse ends up losing his entire body. And it just follows the story of 2 brothers trying to retrieve their bodies back. Next show I have on my list is a show that I honestly don't hear people talk about. Maybe they do, maybe I'm just slow. It is Fate Zero. And Fate Zero is a show that it was like my 6th anime I've ever watched, and I highly recommend it. Fate Zero follows the story of Kiritsugu, and this is basically a show about people who use like historical figures as Pokemon. Like they're literally summoning King Arthur, Jack the Ripper. They're summoning these people from the past to fight for them for the Holy Grail War, and whoever wins at the end, whoever's the last person standing, gets to make a wish, right? And it's just crazy to think that this show came out so long ago, yet it is one of the best shows and has one of the best animations ever till this day. One of the best animations ever. If you look up Fate Zero Studio, whoever that is, God bless them. But anyway, that was a horrible description. I'm so sorry. Next anime I have on my list is actually one that everyone agrees on, like genuinely everyone agrees on, and that is Death Note. And Death Note follows the story of Light Yagami, and he's just a regular high school student who ends up finding a notebook of death. And so anytime you write somebody's name in this book and you think of their face, they die, right? And you can write how they die. So he basically uses this notebook to rid the world of evil. He goes on a rampage, killing most horrible criminals dead. Every criminal dying with him. But then there's this detective called L who's like, whoa, something ain't right here. Something ain't right. And then basically it just follows the story of them 2 going back and forth and like some Among Us type stuff. And the last anime I have on my list, last but certainly not least, is One Piece. And One Piece is freaking amazing. Basically, One Piece is a world where there are these fruits called devil fruits, and these fruits end up giving you powers. Like for example, if I ate the flame fruit, I get flame powers. If I eat the ice fruit, I get ice powers. Catching the drift? But anyway, once you eat this fruit, you lose your ability to swim altogether. So basically, One Piece is a world full of pirates, right? And it follows the story of Monkey D. Luffy. And Luffy wants to become king of the pirates. That is his ultimate goal. So basically, it's just Luffy and his crew, trying to achieve their goals. And that is the best way I can explain One Piece. I am so sorry that these were such bad descriptions. This is all off my mata, but if you guys agree with this, let me know down in the comments. The video's over, by the way, so this is my outro. But if you guys agreed with me, let me know what shows do you think like the top 10 best shonen. What are your guys' top 10 best shonen? I just named mine. Let me know your guys's. But yeah, that's honestly all from me. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. Comment down below, like the video, better subscribe before. No, don't play with me. My chair keeps squeaking. But anyway, that's the video. I'm out of here. And like I always say, I am just a weeb. So what do I know? Deuce.